What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream today. As you can see, I am playing Dying Light the Beast. I've had a lot of fun with this so far. So we're gonna jump in here in just a minute. So we got Vishal and Speedy in the chat. What's going on, friends? How are you doing today? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking, Vishal. I'm ready for this. Speedy, you said you can't wait for this game. I know it's a lot of fun. I do have some thoughts on it, which I may touch on during this video or during the stream, but I will also be talking about it in a video that I have coming up later today. So definitely stay tuned for that. First, before we go any further, special shout out to Techland for giving me access to the Beast early. This is the Gamescom demo that I'm playing. So it's not the full game, it's just a kind of slice of the game. So just kind of what it was essentially for the Gamescom demo. So I'm just excited that I get to play it. I've already played through the demo once already, had a lot of fun, and I'm ready to kind of share that with all of you as well. So let me get some water here. And let's just dive in here. Daniel, you said Dying Light the Beast. Am I going through it looks like it cut off there. This is the Gamescom demo, in case you are wondering. Speedy said, don't tell me it's not that good. It's fun. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I have my own thoughts and stuff on this. You'll kind of see what I may be talking about when the stream goes on a little bit earlier. But I did forget to do one thing. Hello everyone watching this in the future from the later on YouTube. This is me from the past. Hi, how's it going? That was a weird introduction, but here we go. Let's get right into this. Let's go and have some fun. All right. Let's do the campaign. Now, I've already gone through it once right here. So I did that. So we're going to do a new one, new save, because that one's not going to work anyway. I've gone through on the survival difficulty, so I'll just do that one again, just so you can see kind of what a default system looks like. I will have the RPG, so you can see all the HUD elements. I just prefer that personally, so we'll leave that on. And this doesn't matter right now, because network capability is disabled for the demo anyway. So without further ado, let's get to it. And immediately starts with talking, so I'll try to be quiet. Or like I said, I'll try. Once it gets in there, there's like a little cutscene immediately. Cougar, this is not the prologue. This is actually just the start of this particular demo.
Kyle, I hear you're a problem solver.
Occasionally.
Oh, got it. You don't want to quit until you hear my pitch, so you're playing it all cool and casual. Is that it? Okay, well, here's the thing. We have some supply stashes out and about that our scouts check on now and then. One is near a well, and Joel, Jack, and Israel were heading there to collect when we lost contact with them.
When?
Couple hours ago. Infected probably got to them, but maybe not. Maybe.
Oh, and in case anyone's wondering, this is also just a side quest. This is not a main mission for the game at all either.
Yeah, I'll go take a look.
Thanks, Kyle.
Polska, no, I'm not at Gamescom. I was given access to the Gamescom demo by Techland, so that's how I'm able to access it. So that's kind of what's going on here. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of show as much as possible, I am just going to go straight for, that's the wrong direction. For going through this story mission, so maybe we can get through. Well, not doing some exploration stuff, so you guys can see this. And I will be doing more streams of this. This won't be the only stream. I'll have more videos and stuff coming soon as well. So definitely, crowbar out. This won't be the only content. I'm gonna skip past these zombies. They're kind of annoying because there's a lot of them, and I do almost no damage. Let's go this way. Let's see here. Trying to catch up on chat a little bit as well. one thing I do want to apologize if it does seem a little bit laggy. It's because I'm doing this through GeForce Now. That's the only way that I have access to it at the current moment. So there is a bit of lag that's going to be introduced because of that. Really? Didn't let me... Oh, it was one of those. Never mind. That was dumb.
I'm at the well. The area's crawling with infected.
Lydell says, is the slide jump skill the same with the second game where they nerfed it? Can you show it? I'm trying to remember, because if I remember right here, let me just kind of hop down here. I gotta fight these enemies anyway. Which... Let's just do it. Let's just go straight into gunfire. Because, why not? Wow, that was terrible. I missed like all those shots and it did like nothing to the good. Alright, reload already, man. Alright, you know what I can do? Let's have some fun with this. Let's... Ooh, I have a flamethrower. So last time I played I had the grenade launcher, so that's nice. I will do the slide jump here in just a second, right after I burn these zombies alive. Well, maybe. Jeez. This is cool. I have not gotten to see this flamethrower yet. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Reload already, man. Cougar Pounds said, are there health bars in the game? Holy crap, I can't reload because zombies keep hitting me. Fine, I'll climb up here. Will you climb, man? My gosh. Not like that. Jeez. Okay. That's one thing. The reloading in this is much slower with the grenade launcher and the flamethrower. So that is kind of a problem. These zombies are just relentless. I wasn't trying to reload. What are you doing, you crazy man? First time I did this, I did not do anything like this. I just kind of went for it and used grenades the entire time. There we go. Jeez. Okay. Let's kind of get back to some of these comments here. Health bars, yes. So you can kind of see right at the bottom left, right above the items. That's the health bar. The white is the health bar. The little orange thing next to it, that is the fury meter. That will increase as I do things. So yeah, there is the health bar, and then enemies have health bars, like you said. Now, somebody mentioned the slide jump skill, so I'm assuming that's just when you slide and then jump. If that's how you do it, I never really used it in Dying Light 2, so if that's what you meant, then there you go. That's what it looks like. Zach, he said, do guns still require left stick to ADS? The default controls are actually the firearm controls from the other one. So it's kind of more first-person shooter. So like you use the right trigger or left trigger to aim, right trigger to shoot, that kind of stuff. So it's built more like a first-person shooter with the controls. It's just a beginning.
That's great.
I
found their bodies. No supplies here.
Probably said you wonder if they'll add any DLC to this. I don't know. Maybe. They might. They totally might. You know what? I forgot to do something. Let me see if I can fix this real quick. This is something that's on me. I forgot to change it. Where is it? That's in the game. Okay.
Your people.
I gotta go back to the main menu for a second. I haven't used any melee, but there was something that I forgot to do. Two things I forgot to do. Just because... Yeah. So, we'll get right back to it. 1 second. I apologize, everybody. I'm turning the brutality down to limited, and I'm turning streamer mode on for very specific reasons. So now we can get back to it. Here we go. So, yeah, there you do have brutality. I obviously hadn't hit anything physically yet. If it's something that you're looking for in Dying Light, if you're trying to have like this kind of gory gameplay, you know, all that kind of stuff, it's there for you. I personally don't need it, so I don't really do anything with it. And so yeah, I originally forgot to turn that off, but again, nothing really happened so far other than me burning everybody. So we're gonna jump into this more. Let's see, we got Ian with the
No supplies here, though.
super chat there. Thank you so much. He said, would we be more powerful than the volatiles when we get all the chimera abilities and max out our skill tree and beast trees? Very possibly, because I mean, let's look at that real quick. So you got the skills, and so here's what the beast tree looks like right now. Currently, the way it is, once your beast meter is full, you automatically go into beast mode. Like, there's no controlling it. You then have to unlock an upgrade that lets you activate it whenever you want to activate it, and all the way up to like having different kinds of abilities. Like you can do like a scream that stuns enemies. You can use your grappling hook in beast mode. You can, every time you attack, you regain health. You can do like whenever you start, it shouts and kind of stuns enemies. Like there's a lot of upgrades and special moves. Like you can do a charge bash, a smash attack, stuff like that. Obviously I don't have those unlocked because it's not a part of this demo, but you know, that's kind of the things you have. And then as far as the skill tree goes, like you have a survival skill tree, you have a power skill tree, and an agility skill tree. So agility is very similar to like the parkour skill tree in Dying Light 2, just kind of focusing on different like parkour type moves. Power, again, kind of like the power skill tree in Dying Light 2, where it's just kind of dealing with, you know, stomps and doing heavy attacks and stuff like that. And then you've got the survival skill tree, which kind of focuses on little things like, hey, you can make advanced grenades, you can make your driving better, you can get your camouflage going, which is super, super cool. So, yeah, there's a lot of different skills here. Now, I don't know what it'll be like when you're fighting volatiles, at least in beast mode. I've fought volatiles before, but not in my beast form. So I don't know how that is. And I'm gonna actually equip a shovel, because who doesn't want to use a shovel? Oh yeah, and you can kind of see there's a blue icon at the top. It's basically, get away from me, those kind of little survivor missions that will just randomly pop up for you to save somebody. Those still come back, so you know, you'll have people, this person needs to be saved, so I'm gonna run over here and hit him instead of the zombie. Oh gosh, my bad. I'm sorry, sir. Are you okay? Oh no, I killed him. Whoops, my bad. But I got the zombie though. I'm gonna walk away. Nobody saw that. Nobody was around. Alright, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to go back to the town hall. Oh, actually I want to show you guys this real quick. This is kind of cool. Again, I'm going to be doing this multiple times. Maybe not all at once today, for example, but I will be going through this multiple times and have a bunch of videos and stuff. Where was it? Oh, don't look at me. Yeah, zombies are a problem. They can take a hit, that's for sure. And they grab you like crazy. I don't like it. Hey, heal up. Yeah, the zombie grabs are just as bad as they were in Dying Light 2 before they fixed them. I've already gotten grabbed like, what, 5 times already? That's one of the main reasons you want to kind of avoid fighting. That, and it takes forever to kill zombies. Good stabbing, but I don't want it. Oh, jeez. Okay. No. Like, the dropkick is great, but it uses, like, all your stamina and, like, does barely any damage. At least right now with everything that I've currently got equipped. Okay, so this is something that's kind of cool. So, if you remember, like, the Forsaken Stores and Dark Zones and stuff like that in Dying Light 2, are you kidding me right now? I'm busy. I'm trying to talk. Leave me alone. Okay. Y'all can stay up there. Anyways. Actually, no, you know what? You're pistol out. They do have these, which are... This is a vanity store, but they have a lot of, like, dark zones, which are very similar to the Forsaken stores and stuff. Do they have one in here? So when I came in here before, there's actually, yeah, look at this. This is a volatile that is in a straitjacket, which is crazy. So I'm just gonna, you know, hey, rude. Take that. Oh, I guess he's screaming. That's what's happening. Okay, you know what? So it's kind of like a volatile howler mix. I think I got it. I'm really close to activating beast mode, so I don't want to be in an area where there's no enemies. But yeah, it's kind of cool. There is a bit of variety. So that one looks like it's a, maybe that's a, I don't know if it's this game's version of a howler, because I just now noticed it was screaming at me. Last time I killed it before, it screamed at me, so I don't know. Danny said the zombie escape's a lot better today than before, I guess. Yeah, the zombie escapes aren't too bad. It's just, like I said, these zombies grabbing you is kind of insane. But that's why it's really good to just utilize your parkour as much as possible. You can get around so easily. Alright, let's go back inside, continue this quest. Because I could just go free roam. Actually, you know what? Let me know in the chat. Would y'all prefer me to continue down the quest line for this side quest, or do you want me to just kind of free roam and just kind of do whatever? Koji said the Howler redesigned. I really like, if that is the case, which that's what it seems to be. Yeah, I really like the look of it because it's better than the Howler that we currently have in Dying Light 2.
We're still looking into it, checking clues. In the meantime, we've doubled up at holes.
Got it. Well, radio me once you know more.
Sure thing, and here's a little something for you. I appreciate the help.
So this is where you get some items, one of which is going to show up on screen somewhere. There it is. So we get the boots, which is great, but that second thing is this manual, and that's how you actually upgrade your blueprints. So let me kind of show you here. If you got these, you got beginner, there's an intermediate, I think there may be like, you know, master or something after that. I don't really know for sure. But with this one, this is what you get them from quests and inside dark zones and just all over the map. It allows you to upgrade your blueprints, which you do at a workbench right over here. RTV said just watch this game reality stream. This looks amazing. The delay was worth it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, here's your blueprints. Like I said, you can upgrade these. So it's the same. The workbench is basically the same thing as the Craftmaster in Dying Light 2, but it's just not a person. A person. And so this is where you'd go to craft stuff. You know, upgrade your weapon mods, your weapons, stuff like that. And they also have this weapon enhancement. So this is if you can kind of see here, if you have any lower level weapons, it allows you to kind of raise them to match your level. I don't have anything lower than my current stuff, so that's why I don't have anything. We got No Phantom in the chat. Ashton, what's going on, my friends? How are you? I love crossplay. You're like, how? If you're talking about, oh yeah, you said see live streaming from Gamescom. So no, I am not live streaming from Gamescom. I was given access to the Gamescom demo from Techland. It's through GeForce now, so if there is some stuttering and lagging and stuff, it is just because I'm streaming a game over the internet while also streaming to the internet. So yeah, there's a bit of an issue there, but that's literally just because internet. All right, let's fight some of these guys. You can see like they just tank damage. And now I'm beast mode, so just some basic attacks here. Now we can also do like this ground pound, jump super high. I don't have the ability to do the ground pound from up in the air, but I can at least do this, which is kind of nice. You're kind of limited at first with what you can do with beast mode, but like I said, it just like automatically activates once it gets full. No offense, how did Techland send me this preview? They emailed me. So RCB is thinking of all the dockets we'll have at launch too. I know there's actually 19 available right now. Technically there's 21, but 19 are actual dockets and 2 are just items that we have. 2 of them were actually found like in the last couple of days. Oh my gosh, stair fighting is bad. Okay, get away from these zombies. Let me get up here. Okay, and let me go back to my crowbar. Heavy attacks here. Get away from me, crazy zombie. So you can see that like I'm just taking like all sorts of damage here, and these zombies are just tanking everything that I'm throwing at them. So that's one of the things that I've noticed is it makes it to where running away a lot of times is your better option to do than sticking around and fighting, because there's just too many and your weapons just can't handle it. Now granted, this is just from this slice right here. I don't know about later on in the game. Maybe you get better weapons, get better equipment, all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, at the moment it's taking on enemies is it's better to kind of just run past them.
Could you do that for us? Yeah, I can do that.
Beast, have you seen the docket codes yet? Yeah, I have. I have a video coming soon on them. I just haven't had a chance to make it because I honestly just noticed it today. I gotta go to the church. And nope. So a lot of running is involved with these zombies. Okay, I need to heal up a bit. As you can see, I'm just taking damage like crazy, and they do a lot of damage to you. Now again, this is I'm because my character's a level 4, I think. If I go back, no, overview, maybe it's in skills. Yeah, or you can see it right here at the top. He's currently level 4, so I guess right here it shows that there's a maximum of 15 levels. I'm currently level 4, so this is still pretty early on in the game. So you're not going to be dealing nearly as much damage as you would later on. RTBC, hit him dodge backwards to avoid their attacks after being hit. That's true. Here's part of the problem. Watch what happens when I dodge. Notice how much stamina it uses? Like, because you're swinging all this stuff, you're doing this, and then you're dodging, and then you swing, and then you dodge and jump, and like your dodges use up a lot of stamina, so it's hard to keep that up for too long, which I kind of wish was not the case. I'd prefer to have dodges be unlimited, but then again, that does make the game a bit too easy because you are just able to just dodge constantly. Anthony said the zombies here are like Dead Island 2 zombies and Dying Light zombies. So disappointing. Oh, they're more like, you mean they're more like the Dying Light 2 or Dead Island 2 zombies? Yeah, the Dead Island 2 ones also just like take a ton of damage. Now, granted, again, like I said, this is from, you know, being early on in the game, so it's very possible that later on you get more powerful and have the different skills that can make you stronger and have better weapons and stuff like that. But at the current moment, yeah. And then, like I said, when I do a drop kick, it barely does any damage and just takes out like a ton of my stamina.
What a mess.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Okay. There's a charger in here. I really like the design of the charger though. It's really nice. Come on. Oh, stupid charger. Dang it. Get knocked to the ground. Okay, I have to run this way. There's a stupid spitter in here, which is causing problems for everybody. Oh. Oh, come on. He was just like right there, not paying attention. Okay. Can I heal up a bit? Ah, maybe. Oh my god. Let me heal. Oh my gosh. Okay. Beast mode should activate right now. There we go. It's like I said, it's very limited on beast mode. Where'd he go? This guy's a problem, but it's hard to reach him because even with the jump, like I don't, for some reason it doesn't grab onto ledges. I don't know why. I feel like I'm jumping high enough. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it's because I ran out of beast mode. That's why I grabbed the ledge. Okay. So catching up on chat a little bit here. Sorry, I'm a little bit behind. RGB said the fact that we have dropkick and wall run as default skills is really nice. So technically, no. Dropkick is a skill that you have to actually unlock. However, it is first in the tree for the power skill. So unlike Dying Light 2, you don't have to wait forever before unlocking it. Same thing with, you mentioned the wall run. No, the wall run actually is a default skill. If you look at, you can kind of hover over him, shows you the default skills. You've got power attack and weapon throw, perfect parry, perfect dodge, stab, grapple and grapple throw, ground pound, air kick, high jump, ledge grab, far jump, double jump, slide and slide jump, rotate jump, tic tac, and wall run. So these are all now default, whereas previously in Dying Light 2 you had to unlock all of these, which was really kind of frustrating. So that's how that works right there. See, crossplay, you mentioned the gore damage is the same as Dying Light 2. So yeah, like I said, I have my settings turned off on the gore just because of content purposes. So
God, these poor guys.
I made sure to turn those off. However, yeah, there's a lot if you had it turned on.
Doug, I found more of your men. Execute.
RSB said not everyone's gonna be happy. Yeah, no, I agree. I did not mean to do that. This is not going to be for everyone, for sure.
Okay, well, you care to share your thoughts?
No offense, you haven't uploaded in a month. You don't know what to post. Alright, you can post anything you want, man. Whether it's, hey, the sun is yellow, or whatever, you know? Just have fun with it. I want to say fresh. You said, will the dockets help me? I'm assuming so. You can't access the dockets during the demo, so I have no way of testing them myself. But I'm assuming so because it's all weapons. Maybe some charms or something. So it's not like you won't have anything to go with. It just, I don't know how powerful they are, kind of anything like that at all. I can show you what they look like. Let me get to let me get to a safe house. I gotta look at my map because I don't remember where the safe house is. Oh, this is a good time to show the map. Let's zoom out a little bit here. So this is the entire map, from all the way down here, all the way over here, all the way up. And this is as far as I can zoom out. So you see the map is actually a pretty decent size, but I just, obviously I haven't really explored much. I've only explored this little bit so far in this particular stream, or on this playthrough of the demo anyway. So the map, I know that's one thing that people had concerns about, was the map size. Honestly, it feels like a decent size to me, because I mean, look, I'm like right in the middle of the map. You can go pretty much all the way over there, I guess, to whatever that building is, kind of right where my reticle is. And you also have stuff like super far that way too. So like there's a lot to explore here. I'm trying to get back so I can get to a safe house, because I'm trying to show you guys something. Maybe if I jump correctly, that'll be great. RTB, you said you also got to realize this is the early part of the game. The weapons aren't going to be legendary and stuff like that. That's true. That is very true. This is early on, and this is not the final build of the game. from my understanding. This is not representative of the final product. However, it is just kind of like a, hey, here's a little bit of the game. So things could be different. I don't expect them to be too much different, to be honest, but they will be a little bit different, potentially. So there is that. Let's see here. Anthony, he said the zombies from those games just absorb the damage you deal until their health reaches 0. Yeah, that's true with Dead Island 2 for sure. They definitely do. Okay, I'm getting, should be near it. Yeah, it's right over here. I'm trying to get to a stash so I can just kind of show you guys what the weapons kind of will be. I just can't redeem any of them in the demo. Okay, so I can use this time to kind of catch up on chat a little bit here. I do apologize for anything that I miss. 10, you said it lags and freezes, but it's great to see in general. Yeah, and I think the lag and the freeze is because of the fact that I'm doing this through GeForce Now. I don't have it installed on my computer because that's just the way that I was provided the access to it. So you do have the internet connection, which I'm also streaming through, so it's a whole thing. So there's that. Where was I? Anthony said if Techland doesn't make this game as refined as Dying Light 2, you're gonna be upset. Honestly, the game feels a lot better than what Dying Light 2 is. It kind of, to me, it feels more like what Dying Light 2 should have been when it came out, and it's fantastic, in my opinion. Now, granted, it's not going to be for everybody. It still feels a lot like Dying Light 2. Is it not here? Oh, wait. Is it over here? No, that's my stuff. I guess it didn't show here. I thought I saw it. Maybe I'm just dumb. Never mind. Don't pay attention to me. Sometimes I say wrong things. Sandy says they hope the performance will be better on release. Yeah, when I'm not doing the stream, it's actually pretty stable performance. Like I said, I wish I had an actual physical, or not physical, a Steam version, but again, gotta work with what I got. Nipplets actually said the skybox is dynamic. Well, you know what? Let's go outside and find out. Time in the game is 17:42, so it's 1 hour till nightfall. So let's climb up here on this roof.
Kyle, they attacked us again. Get the military convoy near the town hall.
Yeah.
Gotta
Okay.
haul ass and get ahead of these guys.
I've got a lead.
So let's just climb up to the top and we can kind of see if we can watch. I mean, I already see the clouds moving. Really? Are you not going to climb anymore? Okay, I guess not. Okay, here we go. Alright, so here's the skybox. You can see clouds are moving, which is really nice. Also, Kyle's kind of wobbly because I'm on that. Let me go down here. I don't necessarily see the sun moving. If we wait here, you know, we can just test this. We can kind of catch up, chat for a little bit while we're waiting to see kind of what happens when it transforms from day to night. We just get that live right now and see it. So it looks nice. I like the look of it. To me, it doesn't look like the sun's going down or moving at all. Phantom, you said that the sun does move. You did see it. Okay, I think it... I don't know. I'm trying to see. Let me put the sun... I'm going to put its lowest point right here. And see if it kind of moves down through the reticle. Legend, you said beast mode seems very short. Eventually you can make it last longer. Yes, you can make it last longer. You have to, as you kind of upgrade the beast skill tree, it will get increased with how much time you have for it. It's short for right now, and every time you use your beast skills, like the ground pound that I did, stuff like that, it will shorten how long it's for. So you can see I haven't moved my reticle, and the sun did move right past us. So the sun does move, the clouds move, all sorts of great stuff. So we do have a dynamic sky, which is great. Yeah, you know what? We'll do some nighttime gameplay. Let me get topped off on my health here. Eat a chocolate bar. Yummy. And we'll do some nighttime gameplay. We'll do that. Pablo said, how does the parkour feel from Dying Light 2? To me, it feels more fluid and it feels faster than in Dying Light 2. However, Kyle doesn't climb things very quickly. As you can see here, that took a bit to climb up that little ledge right there. That is one of my biggest gripes with the parkour, is that if it's something that he has to grab onto and climb up, it feels extremely slow compared to how the rest of it moves. Like, it's just, it really kind of kills the momentum. But man, when you're moving, you are moving for sure. Vigilante said, how's the demo? The demo's fantastic. I was just kind of just messing around doing stuff. I might continue through the side quest, might not, I don't know. But right now I'm waiting for it to fall nighttime so you guys can see some nighttime gameplay. And then Legend, you said, what about a FOV option? Yes, there is. I can just show you guys real quick. There is FOV option. I don't know about consoles. However, let's go over here. And where is it? There it is. I have mine maxed out because it's defaulted at 57, and it's just, I'm usually fine with default settings, but it's just a bit too close. So I've got my FOV maxed out, and I prefer this a little bit better for this game. So we're gonna get to see nighttime here in a second. I'm just waiting for it to turn night, and then I'll get off the roof and we can kind of get chased by some volatiles. Probably said, is it more weighty in a way? You know how Dying Light 2 can have you boost after grabbing onto something. So you can do that, but it's a skill you have to unlock later on. You can see it right here in the agility tree. Okay, after boost. So you can do that, but it's not until later on. So I have to level up more in order to access that skill. So you will be able to do that. And Mr. Furtive Mouse, he said, Simone also said that Be the Zombie is coming after launch. So that is one thing that in my opinion, is kind of a misconception. He didn't say that it was coming after launch. What Timon said was there's nothing to announce, and essentially something like, you know, we'll have to wait to see after the game launches. He never said Be the Zombie is coming after the launch, and I think it was the way it was worded is definitely confusing for people. And so I know that there's a lot of people that feel like it's coming, but they have not said a single word about it since then. So I feel like it's something that they want to do, but they're not making any promises that it will be there. So it's not guaranteed, but it's something that they might possibly be considering. Kind of like what Beast was saying, that it's just, there's no promises. So here we go, sun's going down behind the mountains. It's going to be nighttime soon, and we'll get to you'll get to see how dark this game gets. It is insane. I'll go ahead and turn my flashlight off. So when it turns nighttime, it's crazy how dark it gets. Visually, you see performance issues like small stutters. So that is, again, because I'm doing this through GeForce Now. So I'm streaming the game while also streaming to you guys. So it's introducing more lag because I'm essentially double streaming the game. So that's why you're noticing that. But then, yeah, no offense, like RTB said, Be the Zombie is kind of a PvP mode, essentially. In Dying Light 1, one person got to be a zombie. It was called the Night Hunter. It's like super powerful zombie. And then everyone else was just normal humans. And Zane said, is it coming on PlayStation 4? Yes, but not on launch. On launch, it is only PC, PS5, and Xbox Series consoles. After some time, it will be coming to Xbox One and PlayStation 4. We just don't know exactly when. I know that Techland said they're trying to get it out this year, so probably around holiday. Don't really know for sure. Got a little tutorial. So here we go. It is officially nighttime. It's not too bad up here because I'm on the roof, but you can see how dark this game can get. So I'm gonna have my flashlight on because I can't see anything. Now let's get into... Let's get over here by the UV light first. And then we will pull in some volatiles and kind of show that. So let's do some parkour around. Kind of run away from some volatiles. I think I'm going to try to get a few attention. There's one that was over here. Yeah, there's like 2, 3 already right here. Slap. Now run away. So one thing I've noticed, if you just normal run, you will get caught. So it's kind of, you're gonna have to dash and use a lot of parkour moves. But the climbing is what gets you. And also the zombies grabbing you. My gosh, I hate the grabs. Nope, that didn't work. Alright, we're gonna go this way. So they're chasing me. I'm gonna look behind me. Oh, they're not even directly behind me. But let me head up here because I can draw some of them close to me. Did I lose them already? Wow. How did I... Okay. So I lost the volatiles. Okay, we're gonna go grab one again. Where did you go? Get away from me, zombies. But you can see, like, if I turn this off, I can't see nothing. So nighttime is extremely dark. So flashlights needed. There you are, buddy. Come on, let's go. Follow me. Let's have a party. Don't hit me, rude. And there's your buddy. No, don't get stuck on a bike. What are you doing? Okay. Running this way. Okay, there we go. So here they are. They don't like UV lights. That's alright. You can still slap them a bit. So if you want a chance to fight volatiles, this is a good strategy. I mean, it's the same kind of strategy in Dying Light 2. But when the chase ends, they don't kind of stick around. They will run away from you, which is interesting. So, like, if you get to a safe spot, they're like, oh, cool, he's safe, so I'm just going to run away. And same thing happens if they get super low on health. They just bolt and take off. Phantom, you said, can I show driving at nighttime? Yes, I can. Let me heal up a bit. I gotta find where the closest vehicle is. Okay, so let's put a little marker there. So yeah, let me show you what it's like. It gets kind of crazy. I like driving at nighttime. It's pretty fun. I'm just gonna parkour and jump past all these zombies because fighting them sucks. Alright, let's get over. Is there a way over there? My gosh. Just went like in a big old circle. That was dumb. Will you stop holding on to walls? My gosh. RTB, you want me to fight the volatiles in beast mode? If I can get beast mode activated, then I will. Alright, so here we are. Here's the vehicle. I'll show first person driving. As well as... Yeah. You know, okay. Headlights are down. Okay. So this is first person driving. This is what it looks like. Excuse me, volatile. I personally don't like first person driving. I like, where is it? This one. Third person driving. To me, this is just more exciting. What's cool, you kind of saw it a little bit, but, oh, sorry for the lag. The vehicles come equipped with UV lights. So you can also use it to go like hitting enemies and stuff like that if you want to stun them, which is really nice. So we're in a high level area here. I'm about to run out of gas. I probably shouldn't keep going, just because I don't want to get stuck in this area because I totally will die. But this is kind of what the driving is like. Like I said, I personally prefer the third person because the first person, it's too closed in for me. I don't like it. So I just like being able to be able to see my surroundings more. But everybody's different, you know. Everybody will have different opinions on what they want to, how they prefer to drive. But you can see I'm getting really low on gas, so that's about to run out, and then I'm gonna have to just deal with being in this vehicle. So here we go. It should be almost empty, and come on now, run out of gas. There we go. The vehicle runs out of gas, you're stuck there, so you have to get out, and then now you're surrounded by enemies. So there they are behind me, and I think they were in front of me too. You want to see me go, oh man, that was close. Jeez. Oh, why'd you drop kick? Don't do that. So yeah, trying to, like, running away from them isn't too bad. Just have to make sure not to always stay in a straight line, and, you know, do different parkour moves, turn on your dash, and just kind of boost yourself, and don't get grabbed by zombies. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. Hey, we got JKM in the chat. What's going on, my friend? How are you? Okay, let's get back over here and slide to safety. Did I run out of ammo for... I think I did. I ran out of ammo for everything. Oh no, I've got a little bit left. Let's just light these guys on fire. Okay, now I'm out. The game's been feeling great so far. One thing, like I said, I've noticed is that it does feel very similar to Dying Light 2. However, in my opinion, it's what Dying Light 2 should have been, so it does feel a lot better. Damien, like I said, that kind of answers your question as well. And again, if I apologize if I miss any questions. It is not intentional. There's a lot of chats. No offense, Muse, have first person driving for you. I'm gonna see if I can get this guy to stick around enough to get him. So they give you a pretty decent experience when you kill them. I'm running out of stamina there. Hey, look at that, just freaking runs away. No, come back here. If there's no chase, they just take off running, and I don't really feel like chasing it down at the moment. Tinny said, how do you refill gas? So you do need to go to gas stations. From what I've seen, I haven't actually kind of scoped around that much yet, but yeah, you go to gas station, you got to get gas canisters. From my understanding, I haven't, like I said, I haven't done it yet exactly, so I'll have to kind of test and see, but that'll be coming later. Does the demo have a barrier? That's a good question. Phantom, it does. Well, there you go. Pablo said, can you show how big the map is? Yeah, showed a little bit earlier, but we'll show you again. So this is the size of the map. All of this from all the way up here, all the way down here. Again, apologies for the lag. It's just because of the G-force now. All the way up here, all the way up to the top, and then back this way. So the map is pretty decently sized. I've only covered like literally this small area. So there is a lot to go through, for sure. Beast rip volatile farms. So yeah, kind of. Just because they run away, and even if they stick around and you kill them, or not kill them, if they stick around, once they get to where they're almost dead, they have 1 or 2 hits left, they'll also run away. So it kind of like makes it to where it's like, okay, they realize that they're the ones who are in a dangerous situation, and they get out of there, which is interesting. But it's just like, I want to fight you, don't run away. Phantom, you asked about the water physics. I'm gonna see if I can find some water. I mean, there's this water. You see I'm standing in it, creating ripples. I'm gonna see if I can find some more water. I don't know if I can, because I'm just in this town. Oh, better roll. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, I like the wall run, but if you notice like how fast Kyle's moving, that's what I'm saying. The parkour feels like so much more like fast and fluid than, you know, when Aiden's doing stuff, because I don't know, it just feels that way to me. So it's got this nice kind of smoothness to it until you decide to climb something, and then it's like, whoa, see, I mean, look at this. Yeah. Look how slow he moves. It's terrible. I don't know why climbing is so slow. RTB said, Ali killed 4 volatiles in beast mode. Yeah, I don't have my beast mode right now. Look at the map. Am I anywhere near water? There's literally a river right there. Just, wow. Okay. I think if I keep going this way, yeah. This will lead me back to the bridge, and then we can go check out the water. Let's see, Legend can show some finishers on zombies with beast mode. I don't know how to do the finishers yet in beast mode, because they all die in like 1 hit. You know what? Let's see if we can find out something real quick here. Skills, charge smash, God, running fast. I can pick up rocks. There's not a specific skill that mentions anything about it, so we should be able to do them. I just don't know exactly how. I don't know what triggers them. Okay. There we go. Now we're to the water. Let's go. Alright, so here is the water. It's all under the bridge. Anyways, no offense if I've gone inside the stores too. I did go into that one store earlier. Oh, there's a little fish. Hold on. Go down. There was not fish. I don't remember there being a bunch of fish in Dying Light 2, so that's cool. Really interesting. I like that. Just adds a bit more detail. Beasts of Castawoods will have a big underground cave system. Oh, really? I didn't even realize that. I think I remember hearing that, but I forgot about it until you just now mentioned it. That's crazy. Peter Howard's zombie physics on borders. Do they instantly activate, or do they float a bit like on Dying Light 2? You know what? Let's see if we can find out a bit. There's a lot of zombies on rooftops here. So let's miss that jump completely. Don't pay attention to that. That didn't happen. You saw nothing. So let's go find some zombies up here. They're like, and watch, I say they're all over the rooftops, and then I never find one. Oh wait, there we go. So there you go. You just kind of like literally just fell off the edge there. Let me go right here. Are they gonna fall? There you go. They fell instantly. Now, their foot was kind of hanging over a little bit, but it was only because their heel was still actually touching the thing. So I think they do fall like almost exactly. Like there may be a little bit of space where they're kind of safe and not falling, but the physics seem to be there. Zombies be tripping all over themselves. It's ridiculous. And yes, Phantom, they do fall. Like that one right there. You just... Where do they fall from? There's nothing for them to fall from, but somehow they did. Beast zombie fish. R2B Crane feels like the Doomslayer in beast mode, right? Kind of. No, if anyone would grab me though, I know. But I'm not in the mood for hugs at the moment. So I take it everybody's happy about that. Let's see, what do we got down here? See, look at this. This is one of the things, like, you'll notice a lot of areas, like if I were to look over here, I don't really see a ton of zombies. But then right here, there's a whole bunch packed into one little area. So it's not as many zombies in one area as Dying Light 2 was, but these zombies are harder to kill. God, I love doing that. The dropkick is the best, and it just sends them absolutely flying. I just hate that it uses so much stamina. But basically, there may not be as many zombies in one specific area, but they will gang up on you extremely quickly, and yeah, you'll have a bad time. Swift, yes, this is PC or Xbox, so this is the PC version through GeForce Now that I got access to from Techland. So get off of me, you crazy man. I didn't ask for you to be on there. And I like how, like, it shows how strong Kyle is, because whenever you like break out of a grab and stuff, he actually like just shoves them backwards and they go flying. And when you do drop kicks, they go absolutely flying. So it's crazy. Oh yeah, you can see my weapon looks a little beat up here. So this is one thing I know everybody will be super happy about. As you can see on here, repairs remaining 5 out of 5. You can repair your weapons from the menu as you're running around, which is super, super great. I absolutely love this. And there are limited repairs. Now, I don't know if that can change if you upgrade your weapon to the next level, if it restores the repairs or anything like that, because I have to level up to test that out. But yeah, you can kind of see my weapon doesn't look as beaten and broken anymore. So there is that. So that's kind of nice. Fancy me go inside of a store? Yeah, I'll go. There's a dark zone up here. Now this isn't necessarily a store. Let's see what this is. This is an apartment. So this is just like a full-on dark zone. Let's go in there. You know what? If I die, I die. You know, let's find out. Let's see what's in here. It's got some zombies sleeping. I can't sneak past. And shark kick. Okay. So this is what kind of like a dark zone is going to be. Now, I don't know if they all look exactly the same. Is he going to be able to break through that? I don't think he will. So just like in Dying Light 2, virals and volatiles are highlighted. So volatiles, I believe, are orange and virals are red. So... Ow, wait, where did you come from? Oh, I guess he did break that thing down. Will you stop hitting me? My gosh, jeez. No, he didn't break it down. He just went through the other door. Oh, yeah. There's a new one. Yep. Bad howler. Step. Stay dead. There we go. So just how's the game performance so far on PC? Is it optimized? I can't necessarily speak whether it is or isn't. I've noticed that, because like I said, I'm playing this through GeForce Now, so it's not on my system, so I can't really test it that way. However, excuse me, from what I have played while I'm not streaming the game, at least, it is a very smooth experience. I haven't noticed anything that wouldn't be related to the fact that it's a network connection. So I believe that it should be good to go. I don't know for sure though. Can I break this? No, you can't. Okay. Is there anything else in here? Ah, yes. Aha. Let's climb in the vents. Get in the vent. Okay. Maybe jump on the vent better. There we go. BC City glad Techland's go back to their roots. Yeah. I do like the feel. There's a lot of feeling of Dying Light 1 in this, but it does feel, like I said, I don't know, to me it feels very similar to Dying Light 2. But in the sense of it's what Dying Light 2 should have been. So there is that. And then BC said the zombie did a combo on me. I know, right? It was just hitting me non-stop. It was ridiculous. Okay, so I got a volatile over there. Yep, you know what? Let's do it. Let's fight the volatile. I'm prepared to die. Alright, so I can sneak up on it. Ooh, can I sneak up on this zombie? Oh, it's not a volatile. It's still the howler thing. Hey, buddy! Boom! Hit you in the face. Then slap you again. Yeah, for me, again, this is still early game. So, I just don't have strong enough weapons and stuff, but it's just the sponginess of the enemies kind of bothers me. It's one of the things that I'm not a giant fan of. Because, like, I don't have to kill everything in one hit, but when I'm swinging like 20 times to kill one enemy, that's just a basic zombie, that's where I get kind of... See, Damien, you said, oh, kind of go back a little bit before I get to you, Damien. Swift, you said, does the combat feel better than Dying Light 2? To me, it feels the same as Dying Light 2. Like, it doesn't feel any different. Like, especially if you're talking about like new game save kind of Dying Light 2. There we go. Beginner's manual. Those are good stuff. Heavy jacket. Bunch of these things. Ooh, what's this? Treasure map. Okay, I did see that in the menu. So there are treasure maps you can find, which is cool. If I was to reach this block tenement house from the terrace of the hardware store, there could be plenty of loot in there. I wonder, does this give me a map location? It just says hardware store, so I'm assuming there's only one hardware store. So if you find the hardware store, oh, right there, hardware store. So that means that that treasure map is going to be somewhere over there. So you look at the collections, you got treasure hunts. There's actually going to be a lot of collectibles you can see here. Each one doesn't have that many to it, unlike Dying Light 2, where it's like, oh, collect 500 cans of paint or whatever. It was ridiculous. Each one of these is kind of their own thing, and there's only like a little bit of each one, so this is kind of nice. Then for the treasure hunts, like I said, you can see here, pull it up, it tells you where it is, and I guess each individual location has its own name. This is the hardware store. This is the station square apartment. This apartment over here is the library square apartment. You've got Nate Market. You've got the vanity store. So I think all of the dark zones, you will have like, this one will be like, okay, this is the interior is going to look like a clothing store. The interior of this one's going to look like a grocery store. The interior of this one is going to be a hardware store, as you can see. And each one gives you different things. This gives you like scraps and blades and weights. And this one will give you like rags and leather and feathers. And then this one will give you like cans and cleaning supplies and stuff like that. So each one is kind of more specific to what it actually is, which I find that kind of interesting. I like how each kind of dark zone is its own thing. Then you also have like the apartments, which these are, I don't know if they all look the same or not, but there you go. Goopy Goober, you said your only issue is that Crane puts his weapon away if he isn't using it. I like running with the weapon. Yeah, I can see how some people don't like that. It's kind of a mixed thing for me. Like, I find it annoying when it's like, oh, there's an enemy. But, like in Dying Light 2, a lot of times, like, oh, there's an enemy, and you try to pull out your weapon like you're trying to block. And here, I'm gonna see if I can make him put his weapon away. Okay. Yeah, in Dying Light 2, like, you can't just, like, immediately go to block. You have to, if your weapon's not equipped. You go to block and it just pulls the weapon out. So I like that in this, it just, boop, it goes straight there. So that's good. I kill everybody up here? I think I did. Ooh, can I go in here? Okay. Go through this little vent here. I didn't actually explore this previously, so I don't know anything about this. Ooh, can I get up there? This seems like this is going to lead to something. There's a lot of blood up here. Vigilant, you said they had the biggest opportunity to add Deadland 2 gore into this. So there is actually a lot of gore. The reason you're not seeing any is because I turned it off. That is specifically for content purposes. Okay, so somehow I did that. Do it again. I don't know how I ripped that guy in half. I did, and I don't know how I did it. I pushed a button. Something happened. I have no idea how that worked out. Oh well. Right now I'm actually kind of lost. Is there an easy way out of here? Oh, there is. I'm literally at the exit right now. Good. But yeah, Vigilant, there's definitely gore in here, but like I said, I turned it off just because I don't like having that on for my personal content. But for anyone who likes having it, it's there. Trust me, it's there. Let's see here, kind of catching up a little bit here. Sorta, you said, well, it's Dying Light 2 DLC moved to full game, same combat, parkour, music, animation, same type of systems, items. Yeah, no, you're right. It's as far as the design of the game. You can even see in the menus, which I'll get back to the map because I know, Charles, you asked about the full map. I'll show that in a second. But you can see the design and everything is the same as Dying Light 2. If there's going to be a lot of people that are probably going to have issues with that. I don't think it really affects the game that much, but it is something to mention that a lot of this feels just like it is a DLC for Dying Light 2, even though it's not, and it is very big, because like I said, here's the map right here. Obviously, this is just all that I've discovered so far. But you can see how big this map is, all the way over here, all the way up here. Like, there is a lot to go through. It is not a small map. And everywhere you go, there's tons of places to go. Like I said, there's those dark zones for some reason. Oh yeah, you gotta be zoomed in. When you zoom in, you can kind of see, like, there's dark zone here, there's dark zone there, there's 2 dark zones up here, there's another one here, there's a car over here, there's a car over there, there's a mission, there's a convoy here, there's convoys everywhere. You know, you've got a safe house right here that you can unlock, which I'll actually go unlock that real quick so you guys can see what that looks like. But there's a lot to do, for sure. But like I said, it is very similar to Dying Light 2, so if that's something that you don't want, you may not have a great time with this game. However, I do like the feel of it. I still have a lot more fun with it. The parkour feels fantastic, so it's just kind of to each their own, really. All right, you know what? Let's go do that. Let me marker there. Did I put the marker down? I did not. Okay, I'll put a waypoint there. My gosh. It wouldn't let me do that. Nuka King said this is way cleaner than the Dying Light 2 UI. Yeah, like, it's very similar to the Dying Light. It's basically the same UI, but touched up to where it's a lot cleaner. everything just looks more uniform and nice, and it's in like better areas and spots. So I personally prefer this. I guess I forgot to save the survivor. Oh well, they'll be fine. I mean, they won't be fine because they're dead, but I can save them in the next universe. I'll show you guys how to do this safe house real quick. It's actually pretty interesting. I liked it. But you can see, like I said, Kyle moving around, like it feels fast and fluid, where a lot of times Aiden didn't really feel this fast. And maybe it's just because everything's in, I mean, except for climbing. My gosh, Kyle climbs so slow. But everything else is like really fast, and you run into zombies like crazy, so you have to do stuff like this to get away from them all. This is the safe house right here, so let's go up there and do that. Hale's Tree said, is the game good? I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Like I said, it plays similar to Dying Light 2. Has the very heavy Dying Light 2 vibes, but it does have its own kind of identity. It does feel different. The parkour is great. The views are fantastic. And I mean, look at this. Look at that. There's all this cool stuff over here. And then back here you've got like these mountains and all the buildings. Like, it looks great. Everything is like really condensed and packed in. So there's a lot to do. So it just kind of depends on kind of what you're going to get out of this, is just how much you're kind of looking at, like, okay, did I really like Dying Light 2? Did I love playing Dying Light 2? And if so, you'll probably still have fun with this. If you kind of were like, oh, you're kind of over Dying Light 2, it kind of depends. You really got to get your hands on it to know for sure. Goofy Goober is Vault in the game. Yes, I believe. Hold on. Active landing, dash, active. Oh my gosh. There's Vault Kick. Enemy jump. So if you're talking about Vault Kick, yes, you do have to unlock it though. Angie said it's returned to form for Dying Light 2, which sold like 30 million less in sales than Dying Light 1. Strange Color Return to Form is basically Dying Light 2 with Crane's voice. Right, yeah, you're not wrong there. But like I said, if this is what Dying Light 2 was when it originally released, people would have been way happier with Dying Light 2. Like, this just, it takes all of the feedback and changes and everything that happened basically from the launch of Dying Light 2 up to now and really polishes everything out. Again, I do have some issues with it, which again, I'll have a video coming out later. I'll talk about that. But it's mainly like, it feels much more polished version of Dying Light 2 that I personally just really enjoy. So yeah, there's that. And Nuka King, you said you prefer this too. They should clean up Dying Light 2 after this one. That would be kind of nice if they could kind of make it more similar. I know they're already kind of starting to do that. Probably said a grappling hook would be so clutch. You do get a grappling hook. I don't have it. It's not a skill that you unlock. Because it would be down here somewhere. But you can see right here, this one, the hook thrust. This allows you to use the grappling hook in beast mode. So there is a grappling hook. You know what? Actually, hold on a minute. Hold on. Let me check my controls here, because I remember seeing expert grappling hook controls. Where are they again? Left trigger and right bumper. I don't think I have the grappling hook. Yeah, no, I don't have it. Unless, yeah, I don't have it. So it's something that you probably find somewhere in the game. But anyways, let's kind of get back to this safe house. Hey there, buddy. So the cool thing about the safe houses is they're very similar to Dying Light 1. You got to go in, you got to clear out the zombies, and then you've got to turn the power on. So it's really, really nice. I like that they brought that back because I didn't enjoy doing safe houses in Dying Light 2 because you just go, you turn on a generator, and there you go. That's it. It felt more fun to do these kind of puzzles essentially, and trying to figure out, okay, where's all the zombies? Where's all the things I got to close and do? And it's more enjoyable in my opinion. So I'm really glad that they brought them back the way they did. Kale Stray said, "Is this a 5080 GeForce now?" No, I don't. I think where the servers I'm connecting to don't have 5080s yet, so no, unfortunately not. RGB61 said the map is based off the Swiss Alps. Yeah, I could see that. Just because, like, can you see from the window? I mean, look at the mountains over there. That's, to me, that's very Swiss Alpy. Let's see if we can get. Oh, come on now. There we go. Damien said it'd be cool if when Kyle goes into beast mode, his hands transform, resembling the volatile. But that would be kind of interesting, for sure. I did see there was a dev blog that they posted earlier today that there was some concept art. I think it was concept art for what his arms look like in beast mode. They're like super dark veins and all that stuff. Where was it? Oh yeah, right here. And I think part of it's because like this arm is uncovered, but this one isn't. And when you do beast mode, it does zoom the camera back in, so it doesn't have as big of a FOV, which is a little unfortunate. I wish it kind of stayed zoomed out, but you know, it is what it is. But beast mode is still really fun to use. I don't like that you have to unlock the skill to be able to control it, but I'm assuming that's probably a story reason, and like maybe he doesn't have control of it yet because he's been experimented on for 13 years, so it's going to take him some time. Alright, so start this generator up right here. And you still having, like, the generator is the same as Dying Light 2. I mean, it just looks slightly different. And you're still having to do the cable management like you did in Dying Light 2 for things. But it's still fine. I don't really have a problem with it as much. So I'm going to make this easier on myself and go knock down the ladder first. Oop. Oh, Goofy Goofy said enemy jump. Yeah. So that's there too. I'll show you there real quick. That is part of here, vault kick, enemy jump. Boom, there you go. So yeah, you can jump off of enemies, but you do have to unlock it. Skill points, from what I've seen so far, you unlock skill points from leveling up. Oh, come on, I jumped on this earlier. Don't be like this right now. And then you unlock beast points by defeating chimeras. There we go. Yeah. This frustrated me a lot earlier, trying to get up there. There might be an easier way, but you've got to grab onto that, and I don't see anything else to grab onto. So I just jump onto this thing, and there we go. Kind of sprint jump to get over to it. Hey, Best Game Rally, what's up, my friend? How are you? Your name just shows up as best on my on-screen chat, so I didn't see you there. What's going on, man? How you doing? Killing the zombies. They're just taking up my nest, my roost. Take that, crazy zombie. Okay. Let's go push this ladder down so I can activate this thing. No, not the cables. I know, right? Oh, there's a thing that rotates stuff. Well, I found the what made sense to me. I guess because I was wondering, I tested this out when I was playing the demo initially, and I was like, oh, you can attach them. I didn't realize that it moves stuff, so I just did it that way, where I just jumped onto the little ledge and then did a little sprint jump up there. So I didn't even really need to. I did this puzzle in a way that probably wasn't intended. So yeah, that just shows you there is more than one way to solve puzzles in this game. So there you go, safe house. That's how you activate safe houses. I'm sure that they will all be different. I'm hoping they'll all be different, at least slightly. It's going to be the same thing of, hey, you go, you clear out the zombies, activate the power, but it's just going to be different. Sometimes it'll be a cable, sometimes it'll be like a fuse, different things like that. So it just kind of, it depends. But that's a safe house. Oh, also, cool thing, blueprints. So at least with this one, when I activate the safe house, you get this blueprint, which is really cool. So I like that blueprints are kind of back in the game just from the start, which is super, super awesome. I love that. So yeah, it's really great. I haven't found any other ones technically yet because I haven't really played long enough, but Beast, what a big shortcut, right? I honestly did not know that you were supposed to do anything. I was just like, okay, I obviously got to get up there. How do I get up there? So I just hop on the little stick. Lamarck said, how's the combat/hit animations? Honestly, it's basically the same as Dying Light 2. So I'll show you real quick. Let me zip line down here and I'll go fight some zombies. Although I need to repair this one because it's almost broken. I'll show you what it looks like. So I'll show you with a one-handed. You know, I'll show you with all of them. Repair that one. Repair that too. Alright, so we'll start off with the two-handed weapon. Just gotta get down here and don't die. Yay! Rolling is great. Alright, let's go find a zombie. Alright, so here we go. Two-handed weapon. Feels very similar to Dying Light 2. Oh my gosh, these grabs, I swear. Okay, so let's switch it up. We'll do one-handed blunt weapon. If I can, you know, not die in the process. Hold on. Okay. One-handed blunt weapon. You can kind of see it kind of like, almost like, doesn't go through them. It's its arm spun around. It kind of hits them and kind of bounces off a little bit. Very similar to how it was in Dying Light 2. And then now we'll go to slashing weapon and get these guys down here. And you kind of see it does a bit more slicing, but there's still the bouncing kind of thing as well. So, like I said, it's basically the same as Dying Light 2. And then you do this. I didn't mean to do that. That was the wrong thing. Oh well. Charge kick. Dang it. I was trying to do a charge kick. So you can actually do a charge kick, which is kind of cool. I do like that. And then find another zombie. I want to drop kick this guy because drop kicking is the best. I just hate that it doesn't do a ton of damage. It just takes out like almost all my stamina just to do one. But it's so satisfying. They go absolutely flying when you use it. As you said, you're working on your video on this. Yeah, I have one that I'm working on as well, to give them kind of a more in-depth thoughts. But yeah, there's anybody watching, expect to see that anybody that's had a chance to play, definitely, we all have our thoughts on it. I'm having a ton of fun with it. Like I mentioned before, I have a few issues here and there, but for the most part, it's really fun. I am enjoying this. Like I said, the parkour feels faster, it's more fluid, you know, if you don't mess it up like that. I like that until you do this. What is that? What is that? Why is he climbing so slow? That's a little thing for me. Yeah, that's the car that ran out of gas. Can't use that one. RTBC, that'll have crossplay. Oh yeah, Beast, you love to see crossplay. Yeah, that would be nice. I know it's something that Techland definitely wants. I think they mentioned it in one of their interviews. That is something that they want to do, but I mean, we have yet to see Techland perform crossplay with any of their games. So yeah, we'll have to just kind of wait and see how it turns out. We're gonna do some daytime driving because I did nighttime driving earlier, so let's do some daytime driving. Excuse me, zombie lady. Okay, for those who didn't see, this is first person view. We're gonna be driving here and turn the car on. Let's go. Let's see, can I go this way? Well, too bad, I did. This is why I don't like first person driving. Can't see anything. I don't like this personally. So I like third person because it lets me see what the heck is going on around me. So this is the driving, what it looks like. So everybody's gonna have their personal preference. I just personally like third person. Every car does have like a limited amount of gas and a limited amount of damage they can take. But it's so fun smashing through zombies. There's the other car that I broke down. I always like to break things. No offensive, can you change the car's skin? I believe you can, because of the fact that the Hero of Haran bundle, and I think some of the bundles that come with like the deluxe edition and pre-ordering the game. Rude. Okay, let's get away from that crazy zombie. But the bundles that come with pre-ordering and the deluxe edition of the game do come with a skin for the truck. So I do believe that there are going to be skins. So all right, let's get away from these zombies. Okay, let's see. We got 36 minutes left in this particular demo, so let's see. I could do the military convoy. Yeah, you know what? Let me do that because I kind of want to show you guys the military convoy and what those are like. Let me head over there. And they are similar to how they were in Dying Light 2, but I kind of like it a little bit better the way they do it. Okay, so here we go. Let's get down here. Excuse me, zombies. Okay, I wasn't trying to do that, but all right. I guess.
Here we go again.
Okay. Oh, wait, is there a banshee over here? I think I remember there being a banshee. Ah, okay, beast mode. There we go. And grab him. Look at that. Oh, nice. Okay, so it looks like that just kind of happens sometimes. I wasn't even pushing a button. So it looks like the spitters. Ooh, I didn't even notice. They redesigned the spitters. I like the way they look. That's nice. Let me heal up. I'm saying, let me heal up, stinking spitter. Always causing problems, these spitters. My gosh. Okay, let's go get him. So it looks like finishers may just happen. Wow, I missed that completely. Okay, try again. So enemies don't seem to take nearly as much fall damage as they did in Dying Light 2. Like, you'd send them flying and they would die from the impact. Is that everything? There's a zombie alive somewhere. Oh, there. I'm just gonna kick him. Stay down.
I bet they left a message behind.
So, what I was looking for is this right here. This is how you handle convoys in the Beast. So you'll find a guard like this, search his body, and you'll get a key card, which, yeah, you just gotta say the convoy access card. And then what you do with that is you gotta go to the right thing. So instead of having like the GRE key like we did in the last one, or using lockpicks, you just find the card on one of the enemies and it opens the door. And I understand, I like that a little bit better than the way it was before. I didn't like the heavy reliance on the GRE key. So let's see, we got some morphine, got some marksman ammo, and a, ooh, that looks nice, a fire devil hammer. So I'm gonna pick that up. I'm gonna equip that because that looks fun to use. I will replace my crowbar with this. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, that's not bad. I like to look at that. Sorta, you said because Dying Light 2 Ultimate Edition, you have the free Dying Light the Beast Edition. You can't get the Deluxe Edition. So you can get the Deluxe Edition upgrade. If you, like, I don't think it's available for purchase yet, but I know at least when the game comes out, there will be an upgrade. They did mention this during one of their videos, like a long time ago. So you will still be able to upgrade to the Deluxe Edition if you want to. Vibe Gaming, how much of the HUD can you turn off? Let me show you exactly how much you can turn off. Go to the HUD, immersive, turn everything off. You can see here, here's all the things that can be on the screen. Only even turning off the crosshairs. Everything is off. So there's a lot of things, multiplayer, hints and prompts, enemies. So I know somebody mentioned the enemy health bars. You can turn that off. You can turn off high level enemy indicator, recognition arc, so you see like, oh, do they recognize me? Are they about to wake up? Survivor sense, like being able to see roaming volatile icons. If there's like, you can literally remove everything. So this is what it looks like. Now, obviously, there's some things like that I can't remove that, and I could have sworn I just removed objectives. Is that not on there? Oh no. Okay, yeah. So I guess, yeah, crosshairs, XP. So I guess not everything. I guess the objective marker still kind of up there, but yeah, you can see you can remove pretty much everything for the most part. So I personally like to have the RPG set because I like to see all this stuff. I like to have all the things on the screen, but that's just how I like to play. So if you want to get rid of stuff, you can turn off basically everything you have on the screen, which is nice. Oh, RZB said you prefer versus in Left 4 Dead or Beat the Zombie Dying Light 1. So I will tell you, because I know Best Gamer Alley mentioned that he said Beat the Zombie always. I honestly never really played both. I never played Beat the Zombie, and you know, I'm just gonna go straight to where I need to go. Oh, will it not let me? Yeah. Never played Beat the Zombie. I always wanted to give it a try, but I was just like, nah. And so I never played it. And then with Left 4 Dead, I never really played Versus. I just kind of went through it. Me and my wife used to play Left 4 Dead together all the time. Had an absolute blast. One of my favorite games ever, especially Left 4 Dead 2 on PC, because you get Left 4 Dead 1 basically with it. So, yeah. Pablo, you said, is there a nightmare difficulty like on Dying Light 2? There is. It's not labeled as nightmare, so I think it's just kind of easy, normal, and hard, but they're not labeled that way. So let me kind of show you real quick here. So let's go to options. So difficulty levels. So you have story mode, which is basically easy. It's like I said, difficulty levels affects the overall challenge of the game experience, adjusting enemy health and damage as well as various player attributes. Essentially, story mode, you get more resources, and the combat's a little bit easier, so you're kind of a bit stronger. That's the main difference. And also, when you die, you don't lose XP towards the next level. On survival, everything's kind of balanced. You get kind of a balanced combat, like what you've been seeing. You get, you know, a normal amount of resources, again, like what you've been seeing. And if you do die, then you lose all the XP that you currently have towards your next level. So you will have to get that back again. Then you have Brutal, which means that you get less resources. The combat is more difficult, so enemies are going to be tougher. They deal more damage. You still lose XP when you die. However, you do get more XP on Brutal than you do on the other difficulties. So, unlike the way they had it with Dying Light 2, difficulty actually does make a difference in terms of at least experience. So you will be able to get more XP by playing on a harder difficulty. One thing I wanted to test, which we got 27 minutes, we can test this out real quick. I'm really curious. I want to set this to story. So the main thing is I want to get basically back to daytime. And okay, it's literally right behind me. I gotta find a way up. Don't hit me, zombie. But what I want to do is get back to daytime just so it's easier to fight. Actually, you know what? Let me get some volatiles. Come on. Hurry up, follow me. My gosh. You're literally staring at me. Take forever. Alright, let's get him over here. Because I want to do some testing. Testing is always fun. And pull up here. Slide to safety. Okay. So we got this guy on story mode. Still barely do any damage to him whatsoever. Look at that. Just kind of backed himself into a corner there. Stop running away. Okay. So you can see, even with story mode, it doesn't really change how much damage you're doing, at least to volatiles anyway. Sort of, you said, the max difficulty at the moment is the brutal difficulty that I was showing. Basically, let me switch it to daytime just so I have easier time seeing. And we're going to show what experience. So you're going to look at the top left of the screen when I do it. But basically, I'm just going to kill some enemies. We'll see how much experience you get on the story mode. Then we'll see how much experience you get on survival. Then we'll see how much experience you get on brutal. And one thing I want to test is if it's possible to start fighting an enemy on story mode and then finish it on brutal mode and see if you get that increased XP. Because that could be kind of crazy if that's the case. But the main thing to test right now is let's see the XP differences. So it's got some regular zombies up here, so let's go fight them. And make sure game is set to story mode. Okay, so I got 10 XP for killing that zombie. $25 for killing that one. And then either 45 or that was just a combination of killing all three. I got a total of 45. I don't know for sure. It hasn't disappeared, so I think it's a combination. So killing all three, that's roughly about 15 per enemy. So let's switch this over to survival mode. Yep. And you know what? Search this guy. He got something on him. Hooray! Got a bandage. Let's see. Let's find some more enemies. Alright, here we go. Like these guys. So you see I'm not doing as much damage anymore. Still getting it 3 hits. What are you doing? Okay, so yeah, 3 enemies still gives me that 15 XP. So let's switch this over to brutal now. And we'll try this out. So that was different. I'm gonna wait till the XP disappears, and then I'll fight some more zombies, because that kind of seemed weird the way that worked out. Okay, it's gone now, so let's do this. Huh, so it still came out to 45 XP for killing 3 zombies. Interesting. I thought it was supposed to, you know what, let's switch it back and then reread what this says. XP lost when you die. Okay. Brutal. Okay, right here. XP is lost in a large amount when you die. However, you are earning more XP from every source and you have better loot chances. So, again, this is an early version of the game. This is not the final build of the game. So this may not be working technically properly at the moment. But I didn't see a difference. So that's something to think about. Now, again, like I said, this is not the final build of the game. So things are definitely potentially going to change, but from what I can see, I'm sorry. I was trying to do a far jump and I held down the button instead. I wasn't expecting that. That was okay. I don't know the name because it's cutting off on my screen, but it just says the. You mentioned, is the kick button its own button, or do I have to hold the block button in order to kick like a Dying Light 2? No, you don't have to. So, I think you can change the control scheme if you want. There's, like here's, no, X. So you have different presets. What is default is this right here. So kicking does have its own dedicated button. For the Xbox controller, it's A. PlayStation should be X. So it's a dedicated button for kicks. And then if you're wanting to have a firearm and you're trying to aim, you use it like a traditional first-person shooter. Left trigger or L2 to aim, right trigger or R2 to shoot, things like that. So it's very, very similar. Basically, it's the same layout that you have if you play, excuse me, if you have the firearm controller configuration in Dying Light 2. If you use that preset, that's what this defaults to. So if you want to kind of see how that feels, play Dying Light 2 with the firearms preset, and you'll get a feel for how the beast actually plays. So Null Panther said, can you show us the Baron's Castle? I think I saw it earlier. I gotta get up high though. Well, let me find a good place. Get away from me, zombie. I'm not doing far jump very well. Keep falling down. I can climb up here. Okay, let's get up to the top. That is not how you jump on top of a building, just so you know. Okay, so there's the Baron's Castle, I think. Yeah, you have binoculars. Can you zoom in? Can't zoom in. But you have the binoculars, they function just like Dying Light 2. So there's the castle off in the distance. There's a camping tower. So yeah, it works like it does in Dying Light 2. So when you find like a point of interest, it'll zoom in. I'm not doing a good job of showing that right now. I'm just in a bad spot. But there you go. There was something I was gonna show. Oh yeah, I wanted to go check this out because I didn't get to do it. We're actually near it. So I picked up that random treasure map here, which it says it's a block tenement house from the terrace of the hardware store. So I'm curious about this. You kind of see the map. There's like a kind of a tall-ish building, and there's a satellite dish kind of in the way there. So I'm gonna head over to where the hardware store is. So it's either here or here. So I'll put a pin there just to make it easier, because I was really curious to see kind of what that treasure thing is like. Oh, that was kind of messed up on the controls for a minute. But you get off. Yeah, it also helps when you jump in the right locations. Though you said these zombies fall on the ground easily like in Dying Light 1. Yes, I did that a little bit earlier. We had tested it out. I can show you again here. Let's kind of walk this way a bit. We'll watch them fall. Come on. Or I'll just fall. And there you go. Yeah, they're just one step too far and they will fall right off. So yeah, zombies have fantastic physics. Alright, so we are here. Okay, so that's the hardware store. Let me get over to it. And I don't remember. Does the bus save me from hurting myself? Yes, it does. That's fantastic. Okay, so it says from the terrace of the hardware store. Now, I don't know if it's specifically talking about this hardware store, but it's the only one I'm aware of at the moment. So I'm going to try to climb up to the top, see if I can see what it's talking about, because it said it's visible from here. I think it's this building here. Because I think if I go up here... Maybe? No, this is the station. Oh, no, it's right there. Okay. So this is what it said. If you look at the picture on the treasure hunt, you can kind of see there's a ladder. Like, right, I mean, I'm pointing to it, you can't see my finger. But there's a ladder that you can see, and that is specifically right there where I'm looking currently. Pablo, yes, you can remove the health bars of the zombies. You can do complete customization of the HUD, so you don't have to worry about that. And again, the rest of the name cuts off, so all I see is the. Yes, they fall to the ground very easily. They can trip over stuff. Like, I'll see if I can kind of showcase that a bit more here. Let me just get down here and jump on top of the car real fast. Whee! Okay. So. See if I can get them to trip over something. There we go. Okay, now he just climbed on top of that. So they may just climb on top of things, not necessarily trip over them. But you can see that they will hit each other. So if you send one flying and they hit other enemies, they will be affected too. So let's go up here and get this treasure real fast though. I don't know about tripping over stuff because there's nothing really on the ground for them to trip over, so I don't really know how to test that. But like I said, we'll check out this treasure map. Should be. Can you climb up there? Yeah, right here. So let's see what kind of treasure we get in here. Sorties are probably best to skip the treasure for now, to keep the surprise for people. True, I could do that. Let's put it to a vote. If you want to see me go grab the treasure, just say do it, or yes, or whatever. Let me know in the chat. And if you don't want me to, also let me know. Angels hit are volatile nests like the following, or just dark zones like Dying Light 2. So I don't know yet. I think there are. I want to say that Techland said something about volatile nests. I don't remember for sure or not. I feel like they are going to be in the game, but from the time I've spent playing, I have not found any. There are dark zones for sure, but I don't know about volatile nests personally. So if someone in the chat knows, go for it. But I believe they're going to be. Though you said you heard the way to Cast Woods is not playable yet. Is that true? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We can test that out. I've got 13 minutes remaining in the demo, so we can try that out here in just a minute. And it looks like everybody wants me to open it up, so let's go. I need a lockpick. I think I have some lockpicks. Yeah, I've got a whole bunch. So lockpicking is just as easy as it always is. Okay. So is this just, am I looking for something in particular with this, or is it just, okay, there's a safe. Do I automatically open it? Do I need to, so, okay. So I need to find a code. So, okay. What's this? Read this. Support and call me exactly 12, 25, 55. And make sure it's safe. Ah, I get it. That's obviously the code. Okay. 12, 25, 55. Anything else to look for? I mean, there's just some supplies in here. Some cleaning supplies, some cans. Soap. Bag of rice. There's a bunch of valuables in here. So treasure locations look like they hold like a bunch of valuables as well as a safe. So that's good. I got some cookies. Nice. Okay. So let's open up this safe here. So the first number. Oh, that's way too fast. Okay. 12. 25. Come on. Give me. There you go. And then it was 55, I believe. Yeah, we got it. What's in the safe? Some jewelry. Nice. And a note that says, sick and tired of living in this shoebox. $2,000 for only a dozen square meters. How's it even legal? They literally raise our rent every month, and you don't know why? Because he needs the money to keep his hotel afloat. Yeah, no, that's fair. But hey, got some jewels in there. Nice. I'm assuming that like these treasure maps, it'll be probably similar stuff to this, where it's like, you know, hey, there's a bunch of valuables you find there. Sometimes there might be something crazy for sure, but there you go. Dave C21, he said, can you perform one death from above on a random zombie? Also, volatile nests are there. Backboard films found more than one. Oh, nice. I honestly have not had time. I played the demo once before the stream, and then I've played it now. I have had very little time to like fully explore everything. So I haven't come across it yet. So that's awesome to know. Hold a Effie said hold a UV light on the white table. Okay. I'll do that. I'll do the death from above thing in a minute. That's not the UV light. Hold on. Let that charge back up again. Next to the safe. So maybe here? Yeah, I'm not noticing anything special. I may be looking at the wrong place. But it's kind of cool. It lights everything up that way. Alright, let's go to death from above. I think... What is that one? As I did something like that to an enemy. I don't know how I did it. But I did. Maybe, do I just drop on top? Whee! Nope, that's not how you do it. I never really did stuff like that in Dying Light 2, so I honestly don't remember how to do that. If someone can tell me how to do that, because obviously there's like, that's not the same thing. I know it's not that. Do the air kick, although that failed miserably. Wow, I'm just hitting all the wrong buttons. You hold the execution button. All right, let me try that. Thanks, Null Phantom. Oh, they see they hide some safe codes with UV light too. Oh, nice. Well, that's cool. All right, you know what? I'm gonna get away from this area. These zombies are kind of not working with me. All right, let's try this. All right, here we go. And I don't know, I just fell on them. Let's find a zombie that's a little bit more isolated. You said, does the judo grapple skill have another upgrade? Talking about like the talking about like the grapple and grapple throw. Yeah, that's all it is. A default skill. So you can do that just right out of the gate. You don't have to worry about like unlocking anything like that. Okay, let me try this again. And wow, I'm just missing completely. I'm really bad at this. I've got 7 minutes left. So we gotta pull this off. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find a zombie that I can land on top of. See if maybe I can equip a different weapon. Let me do my one-handed weapon. Maybe that'll make a difference. It may not, but you never know. Jump across here. Perfect opportunity. And yeah. Just landed directly in front of him. Okay, let's try that again. Well, I'm holding down the button. I'm not doing it. I'm just like Mario jumping this guy. Okay. I think that's enough testing for that. I don't think it's gonna work. And it's very possible because I did something like that. I don't know how I did it, but I did earlier and I was like, what the heck? So it's probably possible. I just don't know how to pull it off. Excuse me, zombie. No, that's a tree. Get off the tree. I have not explored this area before. Let's go see what's over here. Hiker, you said, don't you need a single-handed weapon to do the death from above? I do have a single-handed weapon on me right now. I don't know. I won't worry too much about it. I'll figure it out eventually. That's just, it's one thing that I never did in Dying Light 2. So I just kind of, it was not something I utilized. So, yeah. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce, so I'm going to say Dirjog. You said, how old is this build? Honestly, I have no idea. All I know is that it's not the final version of the game, so I don't know how long ago this build was made. If it was something that's more recent. Oh, nope, can't go that way. It's also extremely high level. But yeah, I have no idea how long ago this was made, to be honest. Alright, let's... Oh, so I really like the redesign of the Howlers. I think that it works, especially because you can tell now that I know that there's an asylum that's nearby, which I need some dried meats. Okay. There we go. I had my dried meats. So it's kind of cool that they kind of tie that into the lore of the area, that it's these people who were in that asylum that had turned, and like their screams kind of evolved from their situation, essentially. So that's kind of interesting. I do like that kind of lore-wise. Alright, let's eat this. Now, one thing, for anybody that knew that's coming in, if you're noticing any stutters and issues where it doesn't look like it's very smooth and stuff like that, that is because I'm playing this through GeForce Now while also streaming the game. So it's like basically being double streamed. So that's how Techland gave me access to the game, so there's not much I can do about that personally. I do have a decent internet connection, but it's just the fact that I'm kind of streaming, I'm downloading and uploading at the same time. So there is that. But for the most part, it runs really, really well. Crane DTB, he said, do you think Dying Light the Beast is the best zombie game? I don't know about best zombie game. I will say that to me, this definitely does feel better than Dying Light 2 does. Especially how it did at launch. So, Banshee. Ow, freaking spitter. Stop hitting me. Stop spitting on me. Quit it. I do like the way it feels, and I died. Oh wait, am I still playing on brutal difficulty? I think I forgot I was. Whoops. Completely forgot about that. Oh well. I forgot what I was saying. That's what happens sometimes, you know? The brain just decides, I'm not going to continue remembering what you're talking about. Oh, there it is. I just reread the comment. So yeah, as far as best zombie game, no. Best Dying Light game, honestly, it could be. It really depends on the story. The gameplay's there. I like the gameplay. There's some tweaks that I personally would like to see made, but the gameplay is there. It's solid. It's a lot of fun. I don't really have any issues with the gameplay. The parkour feels good. The combat is decent enough where the main issue with me is that just enemies are a bit too spongy in my opinion, but everything kind of, it feels a bit more balanced. It kind of feels good. So it has the potential to be honestly better than Dying Light 1. It really just depends on how the story plays out. Now, I know a lot of people are going to have different opinions about that. There's different things that people aren't going to like about it because the game does feel and look and play very, very, very similar to Dying Light 2. So if you did not like the way that Dying Light 2 played, you may not have a great time with this one. So it's all personal preference. But for me, I think if the story is there, if it's good and it kind of holds like the first one did, then yeah, it's going to be good. It just really depends. Can anyone just say how to see the time of game? Yeah, right there. You just go to your menu. I think you only look at your watch when it gets close to the time changing. But you can see it's like 13:37 up there. Now, as far as the time remaining in the demo, I've got like 25 seconds left. So the demo is about to end any minute now. But like I said, I've had a lot of fun with this demo. I have a video that I will be having coming out later today, kind of going over my thoughts based off of my initial playthrough. And I'll be doing this a lot in the time that I have this demo. So there'll be definitely more videos coming, more streams, things like that. So definitely stay tuned. I do want to thank everyone for coming out to the stream. I had a ton of fun. I hope you did as well. I'm probably going to end it right here. Not much else for me to do other than play through the demo again. But again, I got to get that other video out. So I'm going to be working on that. But again, I had a ton of fun. I hope you all did as well. Thanks for coming, everybody. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. It helps me out a ton. And you'll get to see when I have more videos as well as going live. And if you're curious about other socials that I have a whole bunch listed in the description where I post more content as well. So if you don't want to miss on anything, definitely check out all that. But again, I had a ton of fun. Thanks for coming, everybody, and I will see you all next time.